Good evening. Welcome to my Fancy Lady Music channel. I'm Sheila Moody. My guest tonight happens to be one of my besties, the divine Miss Angela Morgan, singer, nightclub owner, and advocate in the Houston area for musicians and their rights and their, general well-being. Angela Morgan is no stranger to stages and bright lights. Stanley Angela Morgan was named after her father, Stanley Morgan, a renowned guitarist who led the world-famous quartet, the Ink Spots, spanning 40 years until his death. Angela Morgan is also the sister of the late alto sax great, Frank Morgan. Angela's candid reflections of her brother and growing up in a family of entertainers are featured in the film Sound of Redemption, the Frank Morgan story by N.C. Hyken. Angela is on the board of the Houston Blues Society and former board member of the Houston Blues Museum, as well as the director for the Minority Nightclub Owners Association for over 5 years. Angela is on the advisory board of the Angela is on the advisory board for Shebak Enterprises, a 501c3 supporting African American playwrights. Following in the footsteps of her father, Angela is a former owner of two Houston nightclubs and the founder of Morgan's Damn Good Band. Welcome, Angela.
Hello there. How are you?
Great to see you again.
You too, sis.
So tell us about your background. You come from a very prestigious background. We grew up together. So tell us
Yes.
about Stanley and Florette and the
Yes.
Scots and the whole story.
Oh wow, it's a story too. Like you just said, you and I grew up in Honolulu, Hawaii. My father was a musician, the leader of the Stanley Morgan's Ink Spots, and as we both know, your father was also a member as well as the keyboard player, the pianist, wonderful writer as well.
Yay.
God, I remember your dad writing me a song called "Is It Really You? Is It Really Me?"
Something special.
Something special.
Yeah.
He wrote that,
Yeah.
and I think I might have been 9.
Yeah.
He said he wanted me to sing it, and that was quite an honor. And got to have a lot of wonderful opportunities like that growing up in Hawaii, as you know. Went on to become Miss Black Teenage Hawaii at the age of 16.
Yes.
Of course, I am a vocalist, so I sung Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yes.
And always been one of my favorites, which is also in my brother's movie, as you know.
Yeah.
Kelly does a beautiful job with it.
Yes, she does, right. And how did your prestigious background lead you to Houston and getting involved with the Houston Blues Society?
Well, I married at 18 and left Hawaii and went to school in Atlanta. Lived in Jacksonville, Florida for a little while, because my husband at that time was in the Navy. And then subsequently would go through a divorce and remarry and end up here in Houston, married to a news anchor at the time, which is how we came here with one of the NBC affiliate stations. And honestly, you know, my first years here in the Houston area were just being a mom, right? I have just 3 kids, twin daughters, Morgan and Mariah, and my oldest daughter, Nadia. And so it wouldn't be until my children really got up in age and I ended up divorcing my husband to where I finally started really enjoying the nightlife scene here, the music scene, live music scene, and just stirred up something in me, obviously, that was always there from my childhood, our childhood. If you remember, we would go to the tea dances on Sundays.
Yes.
Our parents would play. It was like the jam, right?
Yes.
And everybody would get up and play. Yeah, exactly. Del Courtney's tea dance, I think, is what we used to go to. And so it just really kind of stirred up something in me the more I was getting out in the Houston area, listening to live music. And it just became a natural that I wanted to get involved. And my father, as you know, also owned a couple of nightclubs in Los Angeles. And so it just kind of went hand in hand. I would just really end up building relationships with venue owners and musicians. And I think the first organization I got involved with was NCLBA, the National Consolidated Licensed Beverage Association, became the director for that association for 5 years. And that's really when I developed tons of connections with liquor companies and helped to bridge them with venue owners and club owners here that needed marketing assistance and were selling their product, and really started to utilize the benefit of working with the beverage companies. And through that also just started enjoying the live music scene more and more, and finally would get up and sing during the jams, and God, just being encouraged by so many different wonderful musicians around town. You know, you should start your own band.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be until I turned 50 that I decided, okay, I have enough musician friends that I can form my own band. And it was Jewel Brown, one of my mentors here. She was the only female with Louis Armstrong.
Oh, okay.
Pete Smith,
Yeah.
another wonderful female that was the only female with the band War. Ella Greenlee, wonderful renowned blues singer that's out of Houston. And so, you know, with their encouragement and, you know, you can do this, just started forming a band, and we just started getting gigs and working. And that's kind of where I am now. I still try to stay involved. The club owners, at any bar conventions. I was at a bar convention yesterday for bar owners. And I also bartend a little bit as well. So that's also a hobby of mine, where
Okay.
bartending for high profile events.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you know, that's just kind of it. I mean, I think that our childhood just kind of stirred up something that lay dormant until you know, my kids got a little older, and then just really wanted to become an advocate for musicians. When I was meeting so many musicians around the city, in particular our legends, I call them, that didn't know they're right here out of the Houston area, but have been around the world and contributed to the music fabric of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to get involved with organizations that would have helped them, assist them. See some of these musicians now that are, you know, making a decision between buying medicine and buying food sometimes. And when you think about the fact that they have contributed so much to the music fabric of the world, and for them to end up in a position of where they need some assistance, it really has driven me to really get involved with preserving the legacy of a lot of the musicians, honoring them while they're still here. Lost several of them over the pandemic.
Oh.
I just think it's an area that really needs to be paid attention to, and whatever part I can do, I pull in other friends, other board members, different companies to just assist, and they need a roof or whatever the case may be, you know, just really trying to give them their flowers while they're living, and encourage them that we haven't forgot about them, and what wonderful musicians they were. Of course, you know, with a lot of these musicians, when they, especially the legends, when they were making their money in their heyday, a lot of that money was under the table cash. A lot of it wasn't documented, and therefore a lot of the musicians that really didn't go into the area of education, or have, you know, a career of some sort, are really feeling the sting at this point in their life.
Yes.
So that's kind of my mission while I'm here on earth.
Okay, good. That is wonderful, beautiful, and important work. Now you have an event coming up on the 25th, a very important blues event in Houston.
Oh, yes. So it's not my event. We are bringing Malford Maligan, and when I say we, it's the Gulf Coast and Jazz Association. And they do good work here too with bringing live music to the people. And Milford Maligan is a world-renowned vocalist. He is an albino who is blind, and he does most of his performing in Europe. So really honored that he's going to be here in concert this Saturday, and I've been asked to sing with the opening band. It's a first for me, so it's not my band. I'll actually be singing with another band, and I'm really excited about that. My band we are on our second festival in October. So a lot of things, doors are starting to really open up, for me musically. And I've got some amazing guys in my band, all of them legends in their own right. And so I'm just enjoying the ride right now. It's pretty fun.
Great, great. It's a wonderful, wonderful ride, isn't it? Now give us all the information about the event.
Gulf Coast Blues and Jazz Association. You can Google them, and the event is Malford Milliken in concert. And it is going to be held at a venue called the Do-Si Do.
Go. Okay.
We're in Texas, right?
Yes.
And, you can go to dosidotickets.com and get tickets for that. My band, you can always see us every first Thursday at a wonderful jazz venue here called Phil and Derek's. We play a couple of wonderful wine bars and cigar bars. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
But yes, this event this Saturday is going to be really, really fun. I'm looking so forward to it and so honored that they asked me to participate.
Congratulations. And I'm going to drop the link to this event
Great.
in the description.
Yeah.
On to another topic. Now, several years ago, you found out that you had a condition that caused hair loss.
Yes.
A high-profile woman, and as a woman who's always in the spotlight and being looked at, what made you make the decision to rock a glorious bald head as opposed to wearing wigs?
Bald head.
Yeah.
Well, oh, it was really
fabulous, by the way. My favorite fancy lady.
Oh, thanks, sis. You know, it was pretty traumatic when one day I'm combing my hair and it's coming out in long strands, and clearly I could see the root. And so just really not knowing what's happening. At first you think your hair is just thinning out, and then next thing you know, it's gone. Started with my head, and then I had 100% hair loss from head to toe.
Wow.
I bought several wigs that week and stayed in the house for several weeks trying them on and trying to style them, and just really dealing with the whole, my hair is really gone. Is it gone temporarily? Is it gone for good? What's going on with me? And, you know, it takes a toll on you mentally. I'm not gonna lie to you, because you go through all kinds of thought process. Does it mean that something's going on in my body? I'm sick. And it of course it means that there is something going on in your body that is not allowing your hair to continue to thrive. And so I'm wondering if I have cancer or lupus, or just not knowing. And subsequently, I did have a physical change too with the hair loss, where I have hot flashes really bad, and I think I wore a wig once and I couldn't deal with just feeling of something on my head like that. I've never really been a wig person. So I just decided that I was going to embrace it. And trust me, it was a long journey to get to that point. I still have this little security blanket that I use, these glasses here.
Oh.
I'm slowly but surely getting to where I don't always have to have something on my head. But, yeah, that's my security blanket right now. I don't know why. It just kind of, to me, it takes the focus off looking at my head. I get so many compliments, and I talk with so many ladies now, ladies that some of them I've known for years, and like, you know, I don't have any hair under this wig, that I've not been seeing wearing wigs for years, and I just thought that was their thing.
Wow.
I get a lot of ladies come up to me and say that, and encourage me about how, you know, I inspire them to go bald. And so it's that too has evolved to a place where I've been asked to participate in several alopecia fashion shows.
Oh.
And I've actually made contact with an organization that is pushing for legislation to include wigs for alopecia patients to be covered under medical insurance.
Wow.
Right now it's not. And so it's allowing me to do more work. You know, who would have known that it would take me in that direction, but somehow I always end up wanting to get into a place of being able to help others and give others a little incentive to encourage them. Or I know a lot of people have encouraged me, and just paying it forward, I guess, is really the main thing.
That's great. That's great. And the Fancy Lady Music channel is also a safe space for people dealing with challenges, be it addiction or alopecia or a health condition or mental health condition. So it's a safe and empowering space.
I love it.
So speaking of, now's the segment in our show where we spotlight a fancy thing that each of us is wearing.
Okay.
And this, what I'm wearing now, was given to me by Stanley Angela Morgan's, by her mother, one of
Yeah.
my mentors, Florette Morgan.
Yeah.
And you can see it's a twin set. I
I
love
love it.
I don't know.
Beautiful.
Has a real 80s vibe.
Oh,
And-
it's gorgeous.
And yes, her mother picked it out for me and just sent it to me. And then not only 3 more packages arrived after that. I said, how did I get so blessed? What's the name of this boutique where I'm getting all these fancy things?
I think that my mother lives on Hilton Head Island in South Carolina.
Mhm.
And she works part-time for a resale shop called My Sister's Closet, I believe
My
is the name of
Sister's
it. And of course, Hilton Head is a tourist destination, and a lot of wealthy people live there. And so all kinds of wonderful things come through this shop. My mother was, first of all, she's a thrift shopper. She loves to shop. She just go rummage through thrift sales. And subsequently, I think somewhere down the line, that was one of her favorite shops. And they said, you should come work here.
All right.
But she does, and she gets first dibs at all the good stuff.
And I've got it.
Yeah. And
You would
so,
like
I mean,
it.
we get packages, I get packages, my daughters get packages, my grand
Oh,
get packages.
wow.
She's always just sending something. She found me a mink coat for $80.
Wow. Wow.
Beautiful ranch mink coat. And I collect fur coats. I love furs.
Yeah.
And so she just has all kinds of cute stuff that come through that shop.
Yeah, thank you, Florette Morgan. So your turn. Talk about a fancy thing that you're wearing right now.
Okay. Well, I am actually wearing a dress.
Oh, how beautiful.
I've become obsessed with pearls.
I love the pearl accent.
Yeah, so it has pearls on the shoulders. And it accents my nose ring. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yes.
I
How
have a pearl
fabulous.
nose ring. I wear pearl earrings.
Yeah.
I actually sent me this pearl necklace from her favorite spot.
Yeah.
Pearls has become
Oh, let me see that
ever
necklace
since-
again. Let me see that necklace again. Oh, that
It's
is so
just-
cool.
yeah, it's just a little dangling pearl,
Yes.
the end of a little squiggly sterling silver.
Nice.
And I have the ring as well. And I just ever since Kamala Harris got in office and everybody talked about the pearls and the chucks, something kind of ignited in me, and I just really started embracing pearls. My mother sends me all kinds of pearls.
Oh,
Yes, and I just love them. And I got this shop actually at this dress at a little shop
yeah.
on Beale Street in Memphis. I went down there for the Memphis Blues Awards.
Mhm.
This dress was just hanging in a little store. It was a men's store, actually.
Really?
It had
Wow.
like a couple of little things, just a rack that kind of looked like maybe they were resale items.
Uh-huh.
Although the store wasn't a resale shop, but
Yeah.
this was the only one on the rack.
That is so beautiful. And you can't go wrong. A jazz diva can't go wrong with wearing black and pearls.
Oh
That-
my gosh. And it's a real fitted dress, and I just really I love it. Good time I've worn it. I didn't know you were going to ask me to showcase something. I'm glad I chose it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You're always so stylish, sis. And again, this this episode is also dedicated to one of our acquaintances, Roger T.C. Mosley.
Yes.
Way you worked with him on Magnum PI, your mom spent years
Yeah.
working with him, and my condolences go out to you and your mom. She was the first person that I thought of when I heard that he passed, and he
Yes.
also made great strides in being Black and being
Yes.
represented on weekly television.
Absolutely.
Right.
Roger Mosley from Magnum PI was a friend of my mother's, and he had a nightclub in Hawaii,
Right.
Right.
Oh, Vinny's. Yes.
and yeah, they were really close. And Mama was the first person I called too when I saw that. He passed, I think he was 81.
Wow, isn't that something? He's contributed
Yes.
a lot. So now
Yeah.
this is Miss Angela's probably going to be her favorite part, the Fancy Lady show. She's going to get to sing a cappella song,
Okay.
song of her choice to take us out.
Okay. Let's see. Well, one of my favorite vocalists, Nina Simone.
Oh, Nina Simone.
This one
Okay.
with my band, so I'll do a little bit of Sugar
Okay.
in My Bowl for you.
Oh, okay. Right.
Want a little sugar in my bowl. Ooh, want some sweetness down in my soul. I could use some loving, oh so bad. Ooh, I feel so funny, I feel so sad. I want some sweat on my clothes. Oh, maybe I could fix things so they'll go. Ooh, what's the matter, Daddy? Come on, heal my soul. I need some sugar in my bowl. I ain't fooling, some sugar in my bowl.
Yay! Angela, you rock. Now, the first time I heard Angela sing, she was about 9 and I was about 11 in my bedroom with the toy tambourine. We were messing around with the instruments and she was taking the tambourine. And then I said, wow, and how did you learn how to sing like that? It was a gospel song.
Was it? Oh my gosh, I don't remember that, but I'm sure it happened.
Yes, this was a toy now. It was not a real tambourine, it was a toy.
Yeah.
And then you got up there like you were Diana Ross. And I was like, wait a minute, now, wait a minute.
That's a great memory. Wow.
So,
You know, Daddy would always put me up on the stage when that was my favorite thing when we got to go to the show every now and then, remember?
right.
He would always say, you want to come up and do one? And I'd always do Java Jive by the
Yes, Jabba
and that would be my debut. Every now and then Daddy would let me sing on stage with him. And so it would take years for me to cultivate it and really get the nerve, I guess, to embrace the gift I've been given. Wow, that's a great memory. Thanks for that.
Yes. And like I told your mom, I've got characters based on you and your mom and Mr. Roger T.C. Mosley in my new novel, Honolulu Heat, which you'll be able to read soon. Their characters.
Oh, I can't wait. That's awesome, Sis.
Yes. But so I look forward to going to Houston soon so I could see you perform live. And I'll drop a link in the description so you can see Stanley Angela Morgan. She goes by Angela Morgan's Damn Good Reggae Band perform in the Houston area. And thank you so much on behalf of Roddy Sheila Moody's Fancy Lady channel. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Fancy Lady. You are
and when your album drops, we will meet here again.
That'll be awesome. Okay. I certainly hope so.
All right. I love you, sis.
I love you more, lady. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, see you later.